What's good, y'all? It's room service. We back. Man, we got some stuff to talk about today. Not too long, but you know, we got to dive into this Trey Lance season-ending injury. I
Yeah,
got I
man.
got so many things running through my mind right now, my guy, because you know how I feel about Trey Lance. Just the thought of our whole season, like, man, we are the
Man,
most dramatic team, period. We're the most dramatic team in the league, man.
so
And for y'all that
heartbreaking,
don't
right?
know, Trey Lance broke his ankle today. On a what, Josh? On a what, Smooth? Let him know.
On some dumb play calling. That's what it was
That's what it
on.
is.
It's dumb play calling, man. Look, I get when you buy that sports car, that don't mean you gotta always drive at 100 miles an hour.
You
Like,
don't.
this is the NFL. It stands for not for long for a reason, right? So, like, you
Right.
can't you can't just be putting them out there in harm's way. Like, he was
Taking
already
years
taking
off his career.
he was already taking hits that first game against Chicago. Some hits I'm like,
Man,
ooh, why are we calling that play? But it's unfortunate, man. He's young. This was supposed to be a prove it game, right? Where he's supposed to come out, show out, and shake off
mm-hmm.
what happened last week. And then this happens. Then you start questioning, like, Kyle, like, what you doing, man? Like, what's the play calling? Why are you calling so many QB draws for? Like, the boy does have an arm. Let him
Can we
operate the
see it?
offense the same way
Right.
Jimmy G was operating it today. Jimmy G looked good as hell. But see, why weren't those same calls being called when Trey's in the game? I understand it's a different vehicle, but they both Trey can make those throws too. So call those
Bro,
plays.
he had just threw one a 40-yard, that 40-yard one to Ayuk. Like,
Yeah, call those plays. But
man, what gets me is like, I would understand the Trey run if the run game was struggling. It wasn't
mhm,
struggling. The
no,
running backs was averaging like 5 yards a carry.
they
You
were
still
they were
got Debo
handling
back
business.
there who was
Yeah.
running the ball. But
Hmm.
why do we do a 5 out, like a 5 wide, no running backs back there?
Hmm.
Okay, Trey, let's do a quarterback dive in between some guards. And it was a 2nd and 8. It wasn't
Yeah.
like it was the end of the game and we needed this 4th down run and he broke his leg or broke his ankle on
Yeah.
that. It wasn't that. This man literally ran him up the gut with no extra blockers on 2nd and 8 to pick up a first down,
Right.
to pick up 4-5 yards, maybe. Like, I don't get it. And see, we missed you at the game today. For y'all that don't know, I was at the game today with my cousin Dub. Josh was supposed to be there, but he had some things he had to take care of. But
Hmm.
being at the game, being in that rain, seeing everything, I know Jimmy looked good to y'all out there, but no. I was there, my guy. I'm sorry. I saw it before. I saw what happened. I saw it for real, for real. In my whole section, saw it too. And what I'm talking about is them Jimmy G ducks. That's what I'm talking about. All those pass interferences was mainly because of Jimmy G's ducks. The ball's just hanging in the air for so long. I mean, how could you not get a pass interference? They out there sitting having a tea party waiting for the ball to come. Like,
Hmm.
if you really look at it, you'll see Jimmy throw it. Oh, it looks good. And then what
Yeah.
happens after that? You see Ayuk running, and then you see him slow. And then you see the defender slow. Like, why he slowing? Let me look too. Well, by then he already ran into him.
Hmm.
So it's a pass interference. I said that after the second pass interference. It happened 2 more times after that.
Hmm.
And one more thing. Remember when Jimmy just signed his new contract? And I was
Hmm.
like, Jimmy not getting in unless Trey get injured. And I was like, but when he does come in, the crowd's gonna cheer. I was there. That's all I heard. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. That's all I heard the whole time. How is that good for Trey? He's in the locker room with a broken ankle right now. You think he can't hear the crowd yelling Jimmy? Like, come on, people. Like, Jimmy's not finna be here forever. It's like,
But see
man, like,
that's the thing, though, right?
this is
So
like
he's
Kyle
not
Shanahan, but
he's not gonna
like,
be here
he's creating a
forever.
divide.
But look how we played when he came in. That's what gets people excited because right out the bat, we put up 20 points with Jimmy in. Not to say Trey can't do that, but it's just It's
Like
different play calling, and we're getting different results for what the Trey play
Kyle said,
calling.
this was a part of his plan.
It seems like with
Kyle
the
said
Trey
this was
play
his plan.
calling, we have to be more patient. But when you see Jimmy's in, it's like boom, playbook open. Let me dial up some plays, and we're down the field. I
Man,
think people gravitate. And somebody texted me today, and they were like, you know what, I like Trey Lance, but I'm just a Jimmy guy. And I was just thinking to myself, I was like, why do people love Jimmy so much? Like his play it's not exciting to maybe the
no one.
youthful, the people that want that excitement, but it's like,
No one.
dude, he came in today, he made some throws, and we were getting downfield, and that's what people want. They just want results right now.
Jimmy
With
made
Trey hurt,
about
I mean, man, that broke my heart, dude, because it's like this was supposed to be that game for him to just come in, shake that off from last week, show what you can do. Man, but I'm so thankful it's not a knee, not something that can hinder his confidence like it did Jimmy G. But it seemed Jimmy G came in today with some confidence,
an
and I
ankle can
think
hinder an ankle can hinder your confidence.
it can. But with him
Like
being
an
so
ankle injury
young,
is not a good injury to have. It's not good.
yeah,
A knee isn't
yeah,
good, and neither is ankle. And I've had both. And I've had my ankle broke. I've had surgery. I got pins in my ankle right now. It's not
yeah,
good. I've never was the same.
yeah.
That's not good.
Honestly, I think we're just blessed to have Jimmy G right now. This is what keeping him was
Yeah, right
for.
now. What about our future? That's what I'm talking about
Those are
here.
the
I'm
dicey
talking about
roll,
our
man.
future.
When you make that
Like you
trade,
don't
that's the
you
dicey
can't put
roll at that time.
man.
You gotta this
I feel
comes
like
with it.
Kyle
This
Shanahan
comes
really
with
just
it.
messed up our season, bro. He messed up our season for a trade because now look what the situation you put this guy in. So he's under this rookie contract. He's not even gonna get a chance to even show what he can even really do until year 3, and it's gonna be his first year all over again.
Yeah.
And by the time it's anything, it's gonna be like, do we pay this guy or do we let him walk? Now we in this whole situation. It ain't being talked
Mhm.
about that much right now, but it's gonna be.
And watch when the season rolls. We might be talking if Jimmy plays well. We might be talking about keeping him another year.
Man, them throws that Jimmy made, first of all, Dwelly was wide open, bro. Like the whole stadium was like, throw it now, throw it now. Like we were yelling, like,
Yeah,
throw the ball, he's wide open. So yeah,
yeah,
I expect for you to hit that, Jimmy. You're a veteran. I expect that. Jimmy didn't do anything spectacular today or anything that was different than what I've been seeing from Jimmy. We literally was calling every play as it was coming because we know Kyle Shanahan's play calling, especially when it comes to Jimmy. Even Debo was like, it was a little weird when he got in there. But I mean, he played pretty good. It
listen,
wasn't, bruh,
I think Jimmy can play if he just plays like this. I
mhm,
think sky's the limit for us. I really do because
plays
that's
like
all we
this.
need.
You realize that was the Seahawks and we was going to win that game. Trey
It's the
was moving
NFL
that
though.
ball. Trey
It's the
was moving that
NFL.
ball. What's that supposed to mean?
Just because it's the Seahawks, it
What's
don't
that?
mean
What's
it's
that
a
supposed to mean? It's
guaranteed
the
W.
NFL. What's that supposed to mean?
It's not a guaranteed W because it's the Seahawks.
We were looking good, just like we were last week. The weather was not the concern like everybody thought it was. It rained, but it wasn't that bad. Again, I was there. It wasn't that bad. I wore this and I'm not wet. So
Mhm.
it wasn't that bad. I'm just
Nah,
telling you, bro.
the weather looked good.
That's
Honestly,
what I'm
it
saying.
looked
Like
good.
I don't even want to compare last week to this week because it was not the same.
It's
It
not
wasn't
the
the same at
same.
all.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't the same at all. And our offense looked good. Our defense was ready. They looked good. They stayed there the whole game. That was another thing this time. The defense never stopped. They kept
They
coming
didn't.
the
Mm-mm.
entire game. They didn't give up any points, which is amazing. But I mean, there's going to be plenty. The thing about this Jimmy thing with Kyle Shanahan calling a quarterback dive, he would have never called that for Jimmy, ever.
And
And then
that's
he
the thing,
said,
man. It
but
kind of
Jimmy,
goes.
but Shanahan won't take credit though. He won't. I won't say take credit. He won't take the blame. He won't take anything. He said, "Oh, well, this is football." Or he had an option to give it to somebody else. No, he didn't, Cal. It was 5 wide. There was nobody else to give the ball to. You purposely ran that play, and he said, "Oh yeah, I feel like he would be." He said he would call it again.
Because it's football. I mean, it's been successful.
Man,
it's an injury, but it's football. You can't limit him because at the end of the day, that's what you drafted. You drafted a dual quarterback. You got to use him as such.
Okay, but did you draft a quarterback to run him on 2nd and 8 up the gut? No. Will you tell me what
I
dual
mean,
quarterbacks
that's
really
his
do?
plan
Dual
for him, though. We
quarterbacks,
can't.
bro.
That's
Dual
not for us
quarterbacks,
to say that's a wrong call. I mean,
man. Dual quarterbacks, bro. They don't just have their design runs up the middle. They
did
use
you
it on
see
the
Lamar
side.
Jackson today?
Lamar Jackson today. We talking about Lamar Jackson, an
They're the
MVP.
same kind of players. It's the same. It's the same.
I
They're
wouldn't. They're
both
not the
sports
same kind
cars.
of player. Just
They're
Lamar
both
Jackson
sports cars.
and just because they're a dual quarter, but they're both dual quarterbacks doesn't mean they're the same type of player. Because that's like saying Kaepernick is the exact same as Trey Lance. That's not true. That's like saying Kyler
But
Murray
they
is the
both
exact.
bring a
That's like
running
saying Kyler
element to
Murray
the
is the
game.
exact same as Josh Allen. That's not true. Them both mobile quarterbacks. There's
I
different
think
types
Trey
of mobile
Lance. I think
quarterbacks.
Trey Lance and Josh Allen have some similarities in their run game. That's why you call those plays.
Yeah, I
And they're
believe they
big.
have
And they're big.
similarities, but do they have the same offense? Because the Bills run a very, very different offense than we do. That is Josh Allen's team. That everything is ran through him. That is not the same situation with the Niners. Kyle Shanahan runs everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Hey man, I mean,
play calling for Trey was trash compared to this play calling for Jimmy. I mean,
and
the
that's the
first
thing.
play,
And that's the
first
thing,
play,
right? It's like,
first
why
play.
was the play calling different? Why can't I get these same plays for Trey? Because he can
can
make
make
the same
he can make
throws.
those throws. Them was some
He can
easy
make the
throws.
throws.
Them was easy throws that Jimmy had to
He
make.
can
And
make
then
the
the ones
throws.
where
So it's like, why? That's why I'm like confused. Like, why isn't it the same?
that's what we're all confused about. That seems a little sus. You got
Does.
this man out here, literally got injured last year doing the same thing. He got injured in preseason and in the season. Broke a finger and hurt a knee. And what you do? The very first week, run him into the ground. Yeah. Okay, monsoon. We'll give you a break. Next week, not a monsoon. Why are we running design runs with no blocking when our running game is doing well? Right. Like dual quarterbacks are good because when the play breaks down, they can create, they can extend the play and then make it tough on the defenses. What linebacker doesn't want to see a running back? I mean, a quarterback running straight at him with no extra blockers. Man, in Madden, if you hit stick the quarterback, like Dub said, if you hit stick the quarterback in Madden back in the day, that was an instant fumble. Instant fumble. Yeah. You know that's true.
Yeah.
So I don't care what kind of quarterback he is. He still ain't never been here. Remember, he ain't got no reps. He ain't got all this stuff, right? So he don't know nothing about the NFL. So we just gonna run him in the fastest game. Okay, that seems real smart. And it'd be one thing if it was the different type of game, but we're talking about week 2. Granted, it was a must win, but yeah, we were in good position, bro. It wasn't we wasn't backed up nowhere. It was 2nd and 8.
Yeah,
2nd and 8. And now we have no trade.
I agree, man. I think the running play, it was just a bit much on your quarterback. Like, you're putting them in these pockets of, downfield where, yeah, maybe be a zone run, but there's defenders all over, man, and they're just flying in. And one, he got his ankle caught up, man, and now he's out for the year, and it's very unfortunate. He just has so much potential, but
seeing that in person,
I can only imagine. It sucked the air out of the house.
The car come on the field, bro. Like it messed up my rest of my experience, but I ain't gonna cap. It did. Like I was like hurt, legit. I'm still hurt, as you can see. I'm real passionate about this. But yeah, I was going off on fans in our section. Like for real. Like I just don't think y'all should be chanting Jimmy's name. You could be happy he's in, because I'm happy we have him as a backup quarterback. Shouldn't do this though, man. It's not. If he's supposed to be our future, which we already mortgaged it. Confidence. How does this bode well for him? Like, I know he's a strong dude. It's the NFL. He should be able to handle it and the whole everything. But these other rookie quarterbacks that came in, they didn't get this, man. This is a lot. This is a lot. And he has a lot of pressure on him at all times. And what do you think is going to happen when he comes back? Even more. Because what the Niners going to do? We're going to go far. We're going to do good. It's going to be the same old Niners.
Yeah.
Are we going to come up short again, though? Because we definitely don't have a quarterback that makes us happy. He's never done it before. We don't have a coach that's ever done it before. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I have way less confidence in Kyle Shanahan now because of what he just did. He just hurt Trey Lance. That's what he just did in the
Yeah. I
field,
mean,
and it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary.
yeah.
Wasn't necessary.
I mean, I'm
Mm-mm.
not gonna place 100% blame on Kyle. I do think he played a part in it, but it's just very unfortunate. I mean, that's all I feel right now, and it just hurts because it's like, man, what do we know? What this season would have looked like, or what? It's very similar to the Eagles situation with Nick Foles and Carson Wentz. What if,
Except
what if
for
we,
Carson Wentz got injured when he was having an MVP season, not week
but
two on
what
second
if
and
Jimmy?
8 when you
That's
already
what I'm
up.
saying. What if Jimmy plays well, and then what's the storyline is going to be towards
That's what
the
I'm
end of the
saying,
season?
bro. That's why I never liked none of this. None of this.
But that's just the business part of the NFL. Like some decisions are gonna
This is
have
the
to get
business part
made.
of the San Francisco 49ers.
They're
Nobody
gonna
else
have to
move like
make.
this.
They're gonna have to make some decisions, man. If Jimmy's playing good ball, we make it to far in the playoffs. There's gonna be some conversations.
Yeah,
It's like you
it definitely
can't.
is.
What you gonna let Jimmy walk for free? You might have to bring him back.
It ain't gonna be for free. You're gonna get that comp pick, but
You
that's
might
the
have to
third
bring him
round.
back. If Kyle don't have confidence in Trey next year when he comes back, you might have to bring him back for another run.
How's his confidence supposed to grow? Now he has more to
Yeah.
prove. He has to prove that he can at least be what he was, which no one knew. At least prove that after your
I
ankle
think in the
heals.
eye of the fan, he has a lot to prove, and he'll never meet those expectations. But
That's
I
the
think,
only way he
I
would is
think
if he
with
won
the
a Super
team,
Bowl.
I think they understand. Like this year, I think with Jimmy coming in, they're gonna have a new charge energy, and they really gonna push for something this year. I think that's gonna
You think they
happen.
got new charged? That locker room was not happy. It was somber in there. They say it was happy when they got the win. They walked in that locker room. They said it was somber. It was not good. They said it was a tough situation. Even Debo said during the game, he said, I couldn't really pay attention sometimes because I was just thinking about Trey. That doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a team that's going to be charged. They're going to still play hard because they're good and they're
I,
great.
I think there's gonna be sympathy for the injury, but I think moving forward, I think they are gonna be charged, and I think they are gonna
Well,
rally
they're going to
around
be the
Jimmy G.
Niners still. They're not going to lay down
You've
like, oh
seen the
my gosh, Trey
touchdown.
got
You've
hurt.
seen how they rallied around Jimmy G. Like that's the energy I'm talking about. I think they're just gonna be that much more pumped up and ready to go because now we have that plan B. Now we have somebody that we trust that we can take deep into the playoffs.
What if Jimmy gets injured? Let's not
Listen,
act like he doesn't.
I'm Jimmy's not a perfect QB, but if I'm going
He's
into the
a very
season
injury prone one.
with this roster, I'm happy with Jimmy G at quarterback right now. I'm very
I
happy.
mean, I mean, I we already knew that though. Like I am too. I mean, I just said if we have Jimmy G as a backup quarterback, I was fine. I'm glad we have him that he came in and could finish
Mhm.
the game. We know he can win games. We know all that already. I'm more so talking about our future just getting injured because of play calling. That was why he got injured. Like freak accidents happen all the time, but you can prevent some things from happening, and it wasn't necessary.
We ain't gonna know till next year and how he calls those plays. Is he gonna keep it the same? Is he gonna call it different? That's gonna be the question.
I guess so.
And we
I
ain't
guess
gonna
y'all
find
can
that
let us
out
know.
until week 1 next year.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna work him back slow. So it's like you're not gonna get much, you know.
It don't take a year to come back from an ankle. I know that much. He gonna be back throwing stuff or whatever. He ain't gonna play obviously because the season part is over with. But off season he'll be
Yeah.
back. But
Uh, yeah,
I just
he
don't know what our off season gonna look like. It's gonna be Super Bowl champs. It's gonna be another playoff run. It's gonna be somehow we randomly miss the playoffs. And don't tell him with this team. Jimmy could get hurt just from waking up in the morning. The next thing you know, we got Brock Purdy back there leading us to the Super Bowl. Never know. I don't know anything with the Niners anymore. I'm done
I
with
think
it.
with a healthy Jimmy, if he just don't get hurt, I think we can make a play. We can make a Super Bowl run. I really do. I think
I
it's gonna
believe
be
that.
on this defense.
It's always on the defense, and it's
I
always on
think the
the run
defense
game.
is just it's gonna be up to them and how they play out. If they ball out this year, like they have been these first 2 weeks, hey, let's ride. Come on, Jimmy. Let's do it.
Sounds like to me the same old Niners. Let's go defense. Let's go run game. and Jimmy don't turn the ball over. Doesn't that
And
sound
if you
about Niners
do,
to you?
hey, that's what we got right now. So those are cards we got to play. You know,
Yeah, but
I would love to
it's
have
day
Trey
of
out
though,
there,
man. It's day
but
of, and I'm gonna be mad today because it's day of, and I could be mad. It just happened. I'm not playing. I could be mad. I'm gonna be mad, and I'm gonna
hey
be mad
man,
at Kyle
listen,
Shanahan right now. And
be
I don't
mad
care what he
now,
tell the
but come
press.
next week,
I'm
we
mad.
got to show up, and we still got to get
I know this
W's.
already. I'm talking. I know this. I'm just talking about that future, man. I know
I'm
that if the Niners laid down and didn't do anything, I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, for real, y'all get mad that Trey Lance got injured. Next man up. I get it.
mhm,
But somebody fall right there and break their ankle, and you like, man, that sucks. Next man up. I get it.
mhm.
NFL, all sports, you got to do that. I play basketball. I know it is next man up, but you don't set your man up. We can't do
I don't
that.
think Kyle set him up though.
I ain't saying it was purpose. I'm just saying it was not smart. If it ends in a broken ankle, it's not smart. I don't care. If you when you asked him, you know what he said? Well, of course, any play that anyone gets injured on, I wouldn't want to call. Man, Kyle, bro, I'm so tired. He just don't like talking to nobody, but he had to know this was coming. And then you let Jimmy G get a rushing touchdown. He wants the drama at this point because you know what happened after that? Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Nobody was hollering. Nobody's never hollered Trey ever.
He hasn't made these plays yet.
I understand that,
And
but
that's what people want to
even
see.
just small things though, even small things, it could easily be like, "Oh my gosh, that was amazing, good throw, Trey." Da, da, da. You don't be hearing none of that. It's always just analyzing the mistakes.
It's
It's
because
always
he's
that,
young. It's because he's young.
man. How many? But what's that supposed to mean?
Yeah,
Because
but he hasn't proved. He just hasn't proved anything yet. That's all.
Zach Wilson young, Justin Fields young, Trevor
But
Lawrence
they
young.
haven't proved anything.
They haven't, but they got people behind them. That's my point,
I was watching Chicago today. It didn't sound like anybody was behind them.
bruh. I'm talking about at least their own people, bruh. Like, come on, man. You know the Bears is together, but
I know,
the
but
Bears
we
is
not
not.
the Bears. We got a higher expectation. So when you come play quarterback for San Francisco, you
I
gotta
know
you
that.
gotta come with something that you already done or prove. Like, and just Trey's just young. He just hasn't had those opportunities yet, and people just want to see it now. And with
Yeah,
Jimmy,
of
they
course.
know they've seen good football from Jimmy, so that's what they go off of, and they can just gravitate towards that. And he's
It's
older.
easier to go after what is comfortable. That's easy, of course.
I
But
just think
do the
experience.
faithful really want to go through? Y'all realize we ain't won a Super Bowl since '95, right? Y'all realize
Yeah.
we've been there twice. It was '94 season, but they actually did play
Mm-hmm.
in '95. But anyway, um, yeah. So our fan base needs to realize that Jimmy G hasn't done the real thing to get us over the hump. That's the
Mm-hmm.
whole reason we got Trey. So I'm happy we can have another good season, but if it's gonna end in heartbreak, I'm not that happy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Trey would have did it, but just the opportunity of seeing something different. Somebody that for sure can make a deep throw because them deep throws was not good at all. At all. At all. Even though Ayuk almost caught it, it was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
adjustments that had to be made. If you'd have threw it ahead of him when he had it, wouldn't have been that problem.
Right.
But got pass interference, so nobody thinks about it.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be just fine with Jimmy back there. Yeah. It sucks that it's different play calling, and I don't understand why it is, but I think we're gonna be okay. I do.
We are.
We got a
I
fabulous
know.
defense, and that's what
But
they built
are
this
we gonna
team
get
around
over him?
first. So, I mean, the quarterback play, it's been weird, but we just got to roll with it and just. I think winning is gonna solve all of this. I think once we start winning games, I think people are gonna start forgetting about all this quarterback controversy.
What? Winning games is gonna bring more.
I'm just saying,
Losing will stop that. Losing would confirm.
I think if we're winning games, this whole Trey Lance and Jimmy thing, it's gonna be forgotten for right now.
No,
I think it's
it's
gonna be
gonna
forgotten. People
rise.
are gonna
They go. You
listen.
said earlier.
People
You
are
said
gonna rally
earlier
behind
that it's
Jimmy,
gonna
and
be some conversations.
it's just gonna be a Jimmy thing this year. People are gonna
You said
gravitate behind
earlier it was
him.
going to be some conversations if he plays well. Now you saying
At the
we
end of the
gonna forget
season,
about it?
it's gonna be some
Ooh,
conversations. Yeah, if he plays well and he takes you deep, it's gonna
that's
be
not
some
forgetting.
conversations about bringing him back for the following season. Absolutely.
That's not forgetting though. That's raising
But I'm
more.
saying I'm talking about like throughout the season, like from now to the end of the season, it ain't gonna be much talk about Jimmy G and Trey Lance. Especially if they're winning games, it's just gonna be, the Jimmy G show or the defense or whatever the headline is gonna be. But we're not gonna be talking about, Trey Lance and Jimmy controversy or who, it ain't
They're
gonna be
gonna
none of that.
definitely talk about that for next year for sure. They're gonna be like, oh, what do they do with the kid? What do they do? Like for sure. All right,
I
that's
think
cool.
people
No, that's cool.
realize
That's cool. You think
Jimmy,
that
I
I'm gonna
mean,
think this, and we'll just see what happens because we don't
Trey
really
Lance
know.
is gonna be here. I mean, they're not gonna trade him, they're not gonna release him, but
No, I know that, but I'm more worried about his rookie contract ending. Are we gonna re-sign? Will he leave because he ain't even played?
it's gonna be real interesting if we were to win a Super Bowl and Jimmy won it.
My point. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's what I'm trying to say here. This is not making sense to me. Like why all this is happening, and it's just like it's a wow, and I just don't. It's Trey Lance gonna have to do a lot
He's
to
gonna have
get
a
out
lot
of
to
the
prove.
mud that he is in because his last performance was in the mud, which I thought he still played good for given the circumstances. But
Mm-hmm.
and he started off good today, and then he wasn't. And here come the cheers. The stadium just got live, and you looked on the sideline and saw the Niners. Their
Mm-hmm.
heads were down. They were not excited at first at all, and they realized they
Yeah.
had to get it together because Jimmy was there. And then
Yeah.
Debo's response even proved it. Like, man, I didn't even know, bro. We was worried about Trey. I didn't even know what happened to Trey. I was like, I hope he get up,
Yeah.
but he,
Yeah.
never did. When he, I ain't never seen no car get put on the field in real life, like actually being there, and it happens to my guy.
Man, bro.
Nah,
Honestly,
nah.
it hurt me to see that, man. It really did. I was torn. I was torn. I'm like, this can't be happening right now. Ain't no way. Ain't no way we just did that.
Ain't
What?
no way. Like, bruh, like this is. So I just feel like it ain't even really hit you yet, cause you just moved on too fast for me. Like I'm about to have to come over there. We're gonna have to have some words, or maybe I'll slash the tire
It's
or
not
two.
that,
But
I'm not trying to move
it's just
past it. Like,
at
I
least
don't
like if you did it tomorrow, I'd be like, okay, it's been a day, but day of, it's been a couple hours. You know how long we've been at
honestly,
this,
man, I move with
and I
the
gotta
flow.
root
I
for
moved
another
with the flow of the
year.
game, man. Listen, it sucked the air out of me, but at the same time, it's like we played a hell of a game today. I got to
Yeah,
give
we
that team
did,
credit.
bro. And we gonna continue
After
to
an
play that
injury
way.
like that, we could have crumbled. We could have went 0-2.
I didn't
But
expect that from us.
we played a very well coached game. Despite the fact that Trey got hurt, we played well and we did what we supposed to do. I'm happy about the win. I'm happy about that team playing that game after seeing their brother go down like that. Like you said, that's traumatic. You just all you think about is that person, but they went out and they still delivered a W for us, for the fans. And I guess that's why I'm not too much showing my emotion for Trey right now. Because
Man,
I'm
if
just
we had won
embracing
a
like
playoff
we
game, I would feel like that. But we beat the freaking Seahawks with Geno Smith, my guy. Like
it's still a
this was
W,
to
man.
me,
It's
we
still a
took a
W.
bigger L. To me, we took a bigger L by losing our future, and
We
now it's
took
gonna
a
be a
very
bunch of
big L by
questions.
losing
Yeah,
Trey.
this was
You
not
know,
like I expected to win today. I expected to win today. If we had beat the Chargers or the Chiefs or something, I'd be like, okay, they stepped it up. They had to
but
do
see,
next man up for sure. But that defense had them fools on lock. They wasn't
yeah.
moving nowhere, bro. They wasn't doing nothing. Nothing
But see,
at
and
all.
that's the
I was
thing. If
never worried.
I'm expecting, I expect Trey to bounce back and be fabulous next year. Maybe that's
I'm
why I'm not
expecting
too
that
worried
too.
about it. You know,
I'm worried about it because we still gonna have the same coach who called the stupid play. That wasn't smart. Is he a good coach? Of course. Is he a smart coach? Does he have a great play calling? Of course. But sometimes I think he overthink things, and sometimes I don't think he thinks some things through because injuries have been
that's what it
prevalent on
seems
our
like
team.
watching the games. It's like, dude, why you didn't just call these same plays? You know what I mean? Like, come on,
It wouldn't have took
man.
much. Well, even one of the fans there looked and was like, "Man, did you see Trey face when he came out for this play? It was right before he got injured. He's like, he looked like he was a little upset.
Yeah.
He got injured seconds later because he's getting the play and he's like, okay, Trey ain't stupid.
Right.
I'm more so worried that well, if he don't want to be here when he get on there, you know, when it's that time. Like, what?
Yeah, man.
I don't want to have to
man.
play against him one day and he's raw, like amazingly just like killing because another coach just opened the playbook and let the man just be him.
Yeah.
But Cal's in a tough position because he has a Super Bowl ready team. And if you do that, you're taking a big risk. But I mean, you also took a big risk by breaking his ankle. Anyway, the ankle's broke. Trey Lance is injured. Y'all can let us know how y'all feel in the comments.
Tough loss, man. Tough loss for San Francisco today. Even though we got
like
the W,
even though it's a W day,
you never want to
me,
see that happen to your future. Like that's not good to see. But you know, I'm very confident he'll bounce back from this. And you know, let's just trust if he's the guy that we think he is, he'll be just fine next year. And let's save all this, you know, all this excitement, and we just got to put it off to next year. You know,
damn, bro, that sounds terrible. What? Like
it does. It does because we've already been waiting.
That's like when you lose the game, bro, and somebody comes to you and be like, "It's all right, do better next year."
It does.
Like next year. Nobody want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that.
And we've been waiting for Trey
you do
for
not want to hear that. You don't want to hear no next year. Next year, Trey is mad right now. This is supposed to be his time. His family, everybody mad right now. This is his time. And then Jimmy gets back. Oh, that's my brother. We're real good. We're bros. That's what's up. Watching week 2 come, you break your ankle, and the whole crowd be yelling, Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. That seemed tough when, you know, right after franchise quarterback, crowd yells the old franchise quarterback while he's in the stadium. Not good. But whatever. We're gonna still be here. So I'm still gonna be reporting. I'm gonna be sad all year long. Sad.
Listen, man, Jimmy's gonna do us well. Tears. Jump on the Jimmy train, please.
Well, there's no ceiling.
Just jump on it, man.
You know what? One more thing. Doug made a good point. He said Jimmy is gonna play different this year. He's gonna play different. It's because it's a contract year. It's a contract year for him, and he has to prove to the rest of the world that he's, if not the same, better than what he was. And
that's only going to benefit.
He has incentives based on it. So he's actually trying to throw bombs. He just can't do it.
Listen, if he just does what he did today, I'll be
not
just
gonna
fine.
Be that easy, Josh.
I'll be just
fine. Gonna get like this, Josh.
Listen, we have no choice right now, so he needs to make those throws.
He's not that wide window. It's gonna be like that. Yeah. Because Seattle put all of their deficiencies and flaws on full display today. Full display. Everybody's seen it. They are terrible. Everybody's seen it. So I expect that from Jimmy. Expect that. Jimmy's a good.
We better buckle up, man, because we got a tough week ahead of us. This schedule is not about to get easier right now. So we got to stand strong and head forward right now. It's about to get real. We got some teams coming up.
Next 4 games are definitely winnable. But who knows with Jimmy back there? Because he almost throws a pick every game. And he did it this game too.
Yeah, almost today.
He does it every
game.
He
didn't.
That's what we always say. Until he does.
Right.
Until he does.
But anyway. Yeah.
Yep. But we'll be back. We holla at y'all on the next one.
All right, y'all. Room service out.